Brilliant warm greetings, Tiffany Carole here. And in this time together, we're going to explore one of my top pick essential oils and key points for discouragement. And particularly discouragement along entrepreneurial or creative path as one is expanding or becoming more visible or stretching out of their comfort zone in some way. You know, part of entrepreneurialism is extending oneself. And in the process of extending oneself, there can be rejections, there can be judgments, there can be having goals that aren't met, any number of these things that are challenging and, you know, stir us up in ways that are usually quite uncomfortable. And generally these kind of stirrings aren't just about what happened in that moment. It usually kind of like pulls the scab off of the wound of rejection, the wound of not good enough, however it is that it showed up in your life. So Laurel, which is actually bay laurel, if you know of bay laurel, it's a very fresh, green, sweet, little bit sweet and pungent oil. So the pungent is bringing the energy up to the top of the body. The green part of the fragrance is moving stuck chi or energy anywhere in the body. And the sweet is creating a little bit of harmony, a little bit of smoothing and soothing and bringing the parts together. Now, that's the fragrance profile. The soul nature, the inner nature of the plant spirit of laurel is, I can only describe it as the victorious one. And we have a long history of actually laurel wreaths being placed upon the head, the baccalaureate. You've seen this. There is this connection of laurel with accomplishment, with achievement. And so you might think, well, how's that going to help me when I get discouraged? The transmission of laurel, and by transmission, what I mean is that there's a vibrational signature to each oil, just like you have your own vibrational signature and I have my own. The vibrational signature of laurel is that it attunes us to the truth that we are victorious. Simply by existing, simply by getting out of bed each morning. Maybe some mornings you don't get out of bed, but by being here, by showing up each day, whether you're proud of what you accomplished in that day or not, victory can be found. There is something to be grateful for. Yeah? You believe me? I know what it's like when I'm in the pit of despair. If somebody said to me, there's something to be grateful for, I'd say, you know where to go. Hopefully, maybe you're not in the pit of despair as you're listening to this, so you can take this knowing now, this knowledge. And when you find yourself overcome by discouragement is the less intense version of it. Despair, those are probably the two main ones, discouragement, despair. Then grab your laurel, pull it out. First of all, take in an inhalation. Secondly, you can put a drop in the palm of your hands, cup over your face. Breathe, do 3 rounds of breath like that. And then the aroma point aspect is really what takes it to the next level. And for aroma point, you're just placing 1 drop of the diluted oil. Ideally with laurel, I take it to a 25 or 50% strength, and the rest is carrier oil. Let's take a drop of diluted laurel. If you want to get pre-diluted laurel, monara.org has pre-diluted laurel. Good one too. So you take a drop, put it right on the top of your head, very top of your head. If you rubbed your 2 fingers together, you can put 1 over the top of your head and 1 right over the heart center, right on the center of the sternum, right between the breasts. So you're attuning your heart center to the activation and remembrance of your victoriousness. Yes, you. Even if you have all these things that you don't feel like you're doing right, undone, unsaid, wish you could be better, you are still victorious. And did you know that actually claiming our victoriousness, even when we're in the midst of feeling downtrodden, is the gateway to more victory, more true desired accomplishment? We don't get there from beating ourselves into submission when we're discouraged, beating ourselves into working harder, trying more, pushing harder, ignoring our feelings. You can sit here with the laurel just like this, receive that activation, the knowing of your victorious nature. And generally, I recommend holding this with light touch for a minute to 3 minutes. You'll feel it's something you'll just feel finished when you're finished. Now, I wasn't going to do this because it's going to mean I have to stick my foot up into the camera, but there's one other point that's really powerful for Laurel, and this point is gallbladder 40. Gallbladder 40 is right in front of the ankle bone. Can I do this? So this is the outside of my foot, my pinky toe side, and there's the ankle bone, and right in front of the ankle bone, there's a little divot there. That's on both sides of my both feet. So you can place diluted laurel on both of those and just hold. The indicator for this is if the discouragement has made it challenging for you to make decisions. You're feeling paralyzed. You can't decide what to do, which way to go, how to move forward, what's the right, what's the wrong, all of this. Laurel on gallbladder 40. So you can actually do all of those if you like. That would definitely be a serious kick in the pants from Laurel. Oh, and I didn't tell you about this point. GV, governing vessel, do 20. It's also called 100 meetings, and it opens us up to our higher guidance, to our future self, to higher consciousness. Comment if you'd like. Try this. Let me know how it works for you. Do share, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Looking forward to it.